Yeah, no worries. Fish was telling me you paid off those cars, man. Oh, it's hard for me to put my camera on when I don't have my camera plugged in. Oh shit. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Q&A. How it works: you ask questions, I'll give you answers to the best of my ability. There's a little chat function on the right-hand side. You're also more than welcome to come on stage and talk if you wish. Up to you. Probably gonna buy a golf cart. Yeah, man, just get another vehicle. It's genius. Let's see what. Oh shit! Buy a horse. That's actually a much better idea. We should. Another thing to take care of. It's perfect. Uh, Looks like I need a little light. How am I? How's Fish? We are both good. We we enjoyed some time yesterday with our friends. A little board game action, a little D&D. Nothing crazy. Uh, Here today. How about you guys? Anything new for anyone? You went out? Dope. What'd you do? Hello, Ping. Hello, Sophie. Oh, shit. Yeah, especially. Oh, I don't know if y'all do that. I think it's just an American thing at this point. The daylight savings bullshit. I was doing my taxes after I got home. Next thing I knew, it was like 4 a.m. Yeah, here we. Do you guys do daylight savings over there? I think it's just an American farming thing. We change our clocks twice a year. Yo, huge. 10 kg bump. Let's go. Incline. Dumbbell or barbell? Or machine? You think you did? Smith? Dope. That's a huge jump. Congrats, dude. Yeah, come on up here, big dog. I think you're good. There we go.
What, man?
What's going on, Chief?
Not much. Just got done with my mom's and my daughter's birthday party, so
Nice, nice. What'd you guys do?
just came over here and I grilled out about 80 pounds of meat, or not 80 pounds, sorry, $80 worth.
Oh, okay.
Way,
I was like, holy fuck.
boy.
Dang. When are you trying to celebrate my birthday? 80 pounds of meat. That's crazy.
Shit, come on down here, man.
Honestly, if you're down, I'll take a trip. I got a lot more PTO than Fish does. So, trying to find ways to use it. Thought about visiting you and Kyle,
Well,
but you guys are
come
like
on, man.
6 hours.
Taylor,
What's up, Tor?
Taylor over in Project Rain. He's already talking about flying from Colorado over.
No way.
Yeah, and I told him. I mean, I got plenty of room in the house. So
I actually might take you up on it. I'm taking a week off soon, just to like get away from work. Maybe I'll come down for
oh
a
yeah,
day.
well, just let me know, man.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get the collab going. I've only met one person from the server. I lifted with him out in King of Prussia. Good kid. I think he's joining the Navy. That was like last year sometime. So,
Hell yeah, I understand.
but it's also weird like meeting strangers on the internet. You know, it's like,
Dude,
it's like super
my
frowned upon
first
growing up.
time,
Oh, one plate bench.
my first time ever meeting someone in real life from back then it was Xbox Live because I was 17,
Yeah.
and I met them at Myrtle Beach. So that was a lot of fun.
IJVW got a 1 plate bench. That's actually pretty insane.
Dude, I saw that. I fucking congratulated her on it.
Yeah,
She's
that's
doing
great.
great.
I don't know if you're the SpongeBob or the Squidward, but flowers nonetheless. Yeah, 1 plate and is that like 130 or 60 kg? Is that It's pretty impressive. Yeah, that's nuts. Cause that's like, is your body weight around 60 kg or are you lighter? Yeah, almost body. Okay, kind of nuts. But going back to what you said, Myrtle Beach it's a good spot. I've only been there once.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely went downhill over the years, but
Hasn't everything? Now that we're old and cranky.
yeah, pretty much.
Yo, this thing right here. I had this today for the first time. Baja Cooler. It tastes like a margarita. It's crazy. It's a energy drink.
Dude,
These flavors are getting out of control.
my my video's messing up because my parents live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
No, I think it's also partially me. We are in the middle of redecorating. Fish has like a new setup over there, and she absolutely buried the router. So I think I got to run a line over here.
Oh yeah, with an Ethernet cord.
Yeah, I just can't bring myself to spend $37 on a cord.
It's so crazy. We're like real quick, all right, $60 for a fucking jug of protein. But damn it, dude, I need this internet cord, but I'm not spending that $30, buddy.
I still have the protein sitting in my cart. I haven't uh I haven't pulled the plug. I just spent like $300 on magic cards, but I won't buy a tub of protein. Your whey tastes like pina colada.
Priorities.
What? Pina colada whey? That's crazy. Oops.
Silence. I have no.
Have you ever had the that clear protein that she's talking about?
Pina colada protein. Up front.
Notice what she just said. She said it's a Dutch brand.
Classic. More Dutch propaganda. No, they have. I don't know what the Dutch are doing, but they got some good shit over there. Lean Body
Been
also has
fucking
a pina colada. Interesting. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Lean Body. I like them. They have good macros, but if you're getting it for free, like you did, you can't go wrong with that. You know.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely not spending $40 on a 12 pack.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Upfront carries. Yeah, I'll have to. I don't even. I gotta find it. Is the exclamation point part of the actual name? Dutch brand. I can't find it because I'm American. Protein powder. Let's try that. Oh, there it is. Is it? I don't even want to try to pronounce that. European languages are not my forte. Okay, this is definitely it. Is there an English version? Yeah, here we go. The page could not be translated. Perfect. I didn't want to read it anyway. But they got protein chips. They got that They got that astronaut food packaging. Like the dehydrated stuff. They got espresso martini. Dang. So it's still whey though, so it doesn't matter if it's clear or not, I guess. But like it's still, does it taste just similar, or do the flavors go crazier because it's clear? Dang, what is that? That looks delicious too. What's up, Mr. Trent? Welcome back, Tor. Apple cinnamon one's very good. Hmm. The clear tastes like lemonade. The mojito one is nice. Dang. Yeah, except if I were to try this, it'll be like $400 to ship across the ocean. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's check out. Can't wait to put my address in here. Oh, they don't even ship. Never mind. I can't even if I wanted to. I would have to have one of you Dutch people buy it and then send it here for $400. Pulled TS yesterday. Yeah, I think so. It's just supplements and protein powder and all that. What is TS, Mr. Trent? Oh shit. Yo. That's what TS is. Dang. Yo, I didn't know you were a card collector. Speaking of card collection, I don't know if I can move my camera. I got my prized possessions right here. I got the C-Bum Goku, the J Cutler Broly, and the Half Thor Bardock. You know, those were some crazy pulls. Does creatine make you bulky if you don't hydrate well? No, it shouldn't. Oh, it didn't load. I'll take a picture of it and send it. Creatine won't make you bulky. The only way you're gonna get bulky is if you're already bulky. You won't just magically turn into a marshmallow or anything. Don't be afraid to take creatine. All it really will do is allow your body to produce energy a little more efficiently. The whole water retention thing, you might notice a slight size difference, but generally it's nothing crazy. What's up, Lisa? Welcome back. Heard if you don't hydrate well, creatine. Yeah, generally no. It's not. You're not gonna get kidney failure from taking creatine. It can cause issues if you have kidney problems to begin with. You'll be fine if you take creatine. Oh, did I just leave for a second? Sorry, you're not gonna have kidney failure if you take creatine. Just make sure you hydrate like normal. You're good. Even if you don't hydrate, you will not succumb to kidney failure in a day. Yes, there's I can find it. I found a study before, or not a study, it was a meta-analysis. They took 200 other studies, went through them to support their claims on breaking the myths, the 14 most common myths of creatine. I will try and find it for you right now. Let's Yeah, can you? Am I back now? It was a second. I think I accidentally joined on my phone. That was why. Alright. Creatine. I will find this one for you guys. Here it is, I believe. Yep. All right, I got it. This will cover water retention. This will cover, is it a steroid? This will cover, does it cause kidney damage or dysfunction, hair loss, dehydration and muscle cramping, harmful for children and adolescents. This will cover all the questions. Is it my connection still? Alright, damn. Sure, and so can having too much, or not the liver, but ingesting too much protein in general can be hard on the liver. And kidneys. Consuming too much of anything. Just shutting the Wi-Fi off and everything. Hopefully that fixes it a little bit. I wonder if it was strictly the creatine or other lifestyle habits. That's true. It does. I never heard of it affecting the liver. Dude, I'm here. We'll do no camera. Dude, I'm telling you, fish fucked up the router. Can you guys hear me better now? Or am I still cooked? Alright. Well, if it continues, I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just join from my phone or something. We good now? Cool. Alright, that journal I sent over, pretty dope. I'm actually going to throw that in the creatine channel as well, because we do get those questions a lot. But again, just like anything else, because it's backed by a study or a claim, doesn't mean it wasn't cherry-picked. Also doesn't mean that individuals can't have other side effects. Now, creatine is one of the most well-researched, studied, and popular supplements on the market. So generally, when something is that popular, it will not be causing much bodily harm. But on the same side, you look at, alcohol, steroids, cigarettes. So take it as you will. Yeah, dude, I wish I was so jacked it disrupted my Wi-Fi. Maybe that's the dream. I want to be 1 gigabyte. Or 1 gigabit. That stinks though. Kind of annoys me. Alright, Jared, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm gonna go get that stupid cord. Exactly, IJBW. Well, that's a great question, Gerald, because that is something I struggle with as well. I don't take creatine very often for that reason. I find it really difficult to take it every day because I don't have the same day-to-day routine. I would say making it making it as accessible and in your face as possible. Another way you can make it more habitual, if you find that you don't like the powder, I found that the capsules were better. I took the capsules more frequently than I did mixing the powder because they're easier to access. Is pre-workout necessary? I mean, I never took any pre-workout or protein or creatine, and my gains are still good. Yeah, none of these things are required. That's why they are supplements. Supplements are there to supplement for things you don't have. So if you are meeting your protein needs, you don't need protein powder. If you want to take creatine for more performance, you can. If you want to take pre-workout for more performance, you can. Now, I would also recommend you have the extra income. Like, don't become a brokey just to get some pre-workout. I think that would be a very bad trade-off, but if you have the extra funds, go for it. It does make a difference, but I will say it also, especially higher stim ones, you'll probably develop a dependence on caffeine and possibly a low-level addiction. So take that as you will. I use boxes and I put the powder in the boxes. You're a mad lad. But that you also travel for work sometimes and stuff, so that makes sense. I already go to the gym 4 hours a day. That is a long time. I just eat 100 grams for homemade paneer. I don't take any type of caffeine diet. So, are you eating more than just paneer? Hopefully. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to dissect that a little bit. Also, anyone that celebrates, happy Ramadan. I'm going to a Ramadan dinner this evening. If a newbie decided to introduce pre-workout, how would you suggest approach to avoid get a non-stim? One without caffeine would be a good start to avoiding caffeine dependency. If you really, it's really hard to avoid it nowadays because even like this stupid energy drink I'm drinking right now, this Rise Fuel Baja Cooler, like it has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it, and like that's way more than most people even need. I'm drinking this for fun. I didn't even lift today. Like this is the problem I'm talking about. I'm drinking this Rise Cooler and or whatever, and I didn't even lift. It's my rest day. I just wanted a drink with flavor at the gym that was 0 calories. Yeah, it's bad, man. But it's also like it's an American lifestyle as well. We love our stimulants and overworking ourselves for some reason. It's like ingrained in our culture to not have a work-life balance. It's ridiculous. Yeah, God bless. Start low on only training days. Yep, only caffeine. I have my days off for coffee and more. See, that's how you should be doing it, man. Leading by example. You eat once a day dinner, the rest of the day you just drink milk. Interesting. Yeah, you said you're progressing. I wonder if that's a neural adaptation or you're actually growing. So it sounds like you might be under eating. But I'm not sure. Holy crackers, welcome. Are you shocked by the crackers, or are the crackers angelic in nature? Would you say pre-workout's necessary for? It's definitely nice to have. We were just talking about that actually. Again, pre-workout will never be a necessity. There's pretty damn good crackers, fair enough. The pre-workout's not necessary. It will elevate your lift more often than not. Sometimes, I'm sure a couple people can attest to this, but sometimes, you had a little sleep debt from the night before or the 2 nights prior. You had a long day at work, and you need to get through that lift. Sometimes the pre-workout just puts you at baseline. Doesn't even heighten your lift. So it's pretty good to just, take everything one step above, whether that's back to normal or beyond that, but you're just going to want to take it as you wish. I mean, there's not a real clear-cut answer. I don't recommend teenagers taking it unless you're lifting in the morning. Even then, you shouldn't be having caffeine within an hour of waking up. So it's because you guys are growing. You don't want to mess up your sleep. If you're taking 400 milligrams of caffeine at like 6 p.m. when you're at the gym or something, that stuff's not even going to be out of your system until the next day in the afternoon. Yeah, I know you like caffeine, but by the time you're my age, you're going to have like 3 heart murmurs and it's not even going to do anything. Okay. Quick sidebar. The suicidal lifter. My diet's crazy. Calorie deficit 2K per week. That is a little high. No, it's not. I'm sorry. That's good. That's actually not crazy. 2K per day would be crazy. That sounds like you actually have a pretty good balance. Okay, you take 20 grams of protein. See, now that seems a little low, but you're also drinking milk. A lot of milk. Yeah, try adding all that up. Your sessions are better on less. Interesting. Mr. Tran, what makes them quote unquote better? I noticed a lot of people saying me. So I was just talking to the Flying Duck about this, and my buddy Jamar. I would love to either see if there is a study with music or conduct one. I think if I were to get into the scientific literature space, that would be the first thing I did. Yeah, it definitely has to do with dopamine receptors and maybe even adrenal. Yeah. There has to be literature behind it. Oh, have you heard? Okay. You can say 5 calorie deficit per week, but that's a pretty big cheat meal. What if you did something? Oh, if it's working for you, it's working for you. I'm not going to mess up your flow, but I would always recommend something a little more sustainable. What's Malone? Oh, yeah, anyone's welcome to come up here if you want. It's not closed off for just staff. Yeah, that's true. Locking in with it. Mr. Trend said used to go with the normal 2 scoops on light. Holy, 2 scoops. And one on rest day, depending on the content. But I feel better 1 scoop when they goes half a scoop everything else. I got warm, out of breath quicker. Yeah. And the sleep, dude. The sleep stacks. So if you have really poor quality sleep one night, and then God forbid you have a late night the second, or something comes up, then you're double dosing your sleep deficit to that sleep debt, and it's just gonna mess up your whole week until you can kind of catch up on it. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you found that useful, man. I'll link it again for anyone that needs it. There's a half-life caffeine calculator, shows you how much you're taking. I don't think I'll ever spell caffeine right. I feel like the simulation changes how it's spelled every time I try to spell it. Maybe it's dyslexia. It's probably the dyslexia. There we go. And I'll try to stream it without crashing out. Alright. Let's do a typical day with Broly. I have a coffee. Oops. In the morning. I have a coffee or a soda after lunch. So we'll meet in the middle at 60. And then when I lift, 15, I will have pre-workout. Alright. Let me know if you guys can see it. So this is my typical day of caffeine consumption. Now, sometimes even, let's do a higher day. After my lift, when I'm eating, I will have like a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar or two, so I'll meet in the middle for 2. Alright. Yeah, and then I will show you what my caffeine usage used to be when I was when I was a heavy drinker and when I abused caffeine. Some would even call this abusing caffeine still, but coffee in the morning, coffee or soda at lunch, pre-workout, soda at dinner, right? So even by 10 a.m. the next day, I still almost have 1.5 sodas or 2/3 of a cup of coffee still in my system the entire time I'm asleep. So if I go to bed around midnight, I'm going to bed with still 200 milligrams of caffeine in my system, for those that are looking at the stream. And I'm actually going to put it over on this side so it's... So even into the next day, I have 55 milligrams. Now, what is the problem with this? The problem with this... Why am I using... I'm not on Edge. This is Brave. Brave is better than Chrome. Yeah. Don't... Come on, man. You can't be making accusations like that. No. But so let's say I continue this for a week. Let's say I don't take any rest days, 7 days. Well, this 55 is going to stay in my system. So now by 9:30, if we go into the next day, I'm going to be at 145. So now the next day at this time, we're even higher. It's another 50. So it's slowly increasing the amount in my system at all times. And if you stack this up over weeks or months, you know, you're gonna... The amount you have to take is going to be ludicrous just to get the same stimulant. So what we do is we take a detox and we only have a single cup of coffee or something. See, even that cup of coffee in the morning is still in my system by the next day. So that's why it could be a little dangerous. Now, if we look at what I used to do, this is what it looks like to abuse caffeine. So when I used to double scoop my pre and drink energy drinks throughout the day because I was not taking care of myself, um, I was taking like just over a gram a day. Yeah, on that's on the low end too. There were days where I would take more than that, and then maybe have an energy drink in the evening when I went out. So it was super unhealthy. So, but when I'm at the gym, we're looking at like I had almost a gram in my system. This isn't even the whole day. This is just at one point in time throughout my day. So then by the time I wake up the next day, I still almost have like a whole Rise energy drink in my system, and you just continue that. Yeah, it's again, this is why we don't want to abuse not only stimulants but anything. Too much of anything is not good for you. So, cool link though. I'm gonna link it again for anyone that wants to check it out. Yeah. Luckily, I did not get any long-term repercussions for that. So, but when you hit a low, sometimes it leads to a new high. So, I wouldn't have traded that phase because it led me to where I'm at today. So. Yeah, but Gerald's speaking from an experience standpoint, you know. Like we want you guys to be better than we are. I don't sit here and spout this shit to follow in the footsteps. We made mistakes and we're letting you know that those are mistakes. You should not be consuming close to a gram of caffeine a day. No, I don't think you're the only one unaffected. Generally, if you have ADHD, especially hyperactive, well, quick sidebar just to clarify, ADD was now like ruled out, and now there's just two types of ADHD: inattentive and hyperactive. So if you tend to be the hyperactive, the caffeine will work on actually calming your brain down. Like you're still stimulated, your heart rate's elevated, your blood pressure goes up, everything goes up, but it almost induces a calmness effect. That's why stimulants are given for those with ADHD, like Adderall, Vyvanse, Ritalin. They are essentially meth, but for some reason, they induce almost a calming effect, a numbing effect. Yeah, well, I mean, I took Vyvanse for, God, I want to say 8 years. And every time I hear people getting on it, it's sad, man. It's sad that it's the norm. Yeah, just like Mike would have wanted. Yeah, dude. I got injured a few times because of my Vyvanse. Like I would take it to study and whatever, and then I'd go to the gym. So Adderall is a little different. Vyvanse actually suppresses your nervous system, so you will not. I'm trying to think of how to word this. So something like getting drunk is not possible on Vyvanse. Your body will be affected, but your nervous system won't register it. You're still having, like, you can get alcohol poisoning without being drunk per se. It's very dangerous. The same thing in the gym with Vyvanse. There were times that I was pulling weight more than my body was capable of, and then the next day or when the Vyvanse would wear off, oh, lo and behold, I have an injury. But I don't know I have an injury. So you continue the workout, and then it's not until it wears off for the next day that you find that out. So be careful with stimulants like that in the gym. They could lead to trouble. Adderall is an amphetamine. It is not meth 1-to-1, but they are derivatives of the same. Yeah, man. Steering away from pharmaceuticals entirely. It's yeah. What's my go-to Minecraft house? I'm a big dark oak guy. I wish I had a picture. I don't know. Dark, like especially the door. You know, like you got that little gold trim on the door. How can you go wrong with that? Yeah, I usually do an small entranceway open to a big room, double staircase that leads up to a balcony that looks over the main area. Couple rooms up there, but the bottom is like more of like an open storage. Swear to God, it happened to me recently when I was doing 30 caverns, injured my shoulders. No serious. Oh yeah, so those will happen anytime there's shoulder pressure. If my camera wasn't being POS right now, I could show you, but I got the same thing from the squat machine. That will just happen. I have to go dip. See, dude, enjoy it. Thanks for popping in, Gerald. I get bruises on my back from squats. Yeah, I mean, depends on how severe the bruising is, but yeah, it will get better over time. The freaking Dutcher back. Yeah, sure. And it really depends how much muscle mass you have to support it, all that good stuff. So like if you have really developed traps versus not having much trap development and you're squatting, you know, it's gonna hurt a little more, you're gonna have less padding and you might have more bruising. I just tell my brain to shut the fuck. Dog, I wish I could do that. Bros on the Sigma grind set. Shut up, brain. I'm out of here. All right, see you guys. No, I literally don't even have. This is the only social media I have. I get all my stupid Gen Alpha terms from you guys. So the more time I spend in chat, I feel like my brain's melting. I haven't had TikTok in like or Instagram in like over 2 years, and my mind's polluted with all this Gen Alpha shit. I just got myself killed trying to deadlift once. Yeah, let's work on that form going forward. try not to die. Come on up here, big dog. What up? What up?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Nothing much, Mr.
I am heading to the gym at the moment, and it's easier to ask up here. So today is my leg day. I've felt it in the last few leg days in my spinal erectors and my meniscus, especially in compound movements. But I was gonna do a more like specialized leg day today, where it's stuff that feels comfortable. Would you suggest that, or do you think it's a better idea just to not do legs at all for a certain period of time?
Well, you can still do legs. Just try limiting your spinal load. Like, there's no
Yeah,
reason you
that was the
couldn't
plan.
do seated hamstring curl or
Like leg
Nordics.
extensions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Even body weight. If you like a body weight goblet squat or something with like heel
Yeah, that's what
elevation.
I was thinking. Yeah, usually I use like the 5 pound plates just to elevate my ankles, make the goblet squats a little bit better,
You could probably still do lunges.
or like a kettlebell or something.
Yeah. You could lunges shouldn't affect it either, but maybe because of the stabilization aspect. You can give it a shot, but worst case body weight lunges. There's quite a few options.
Okay. Yeah, just I don't know if it's like an extremely slow healing process or not, but since I've had like the meniscus injury in my knees,
Yeah,
I've tried taking it easy, but the moment I start working back up to like heavy loads, it just like creeps back.
gotcha.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does super suck actually. Any injury sucks. So sorry to hear that you're going through it
Indeed.
still.
It's all right. I went on a walk earlier just to kind of warm up, and then hopefully today I can. Who knows? Maybe it'll feel okay if I do some like you said, body weight compound movements.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that was mainly it. I didn't mean to interrupt or anything.
No, you're good. I've been trying to get more people up here anyway, so I appreciate it. Because
What's the subject of this one?
nothing. It says specialized. I had nothing planned. But turns out it was
Okay.
creatine. It was supplementation again.
Okay.
I just didn't change
What's
the
the
title.
maximum amount of creatine you suggest somebody to take who's like an experienced lifter?
That's kind of interesting. I think it goes based off your body size. Like someone like Mr. Tren probably should not be taking the same amount as someone like me. Uh, he's like a foot taller. he's
Dang.
he's like 80 pounds heavier. You know,
What would
there's
you
no
say for
reason.
somebody who's like 180 pounds?
I would say the 5 grams is fine. Now, I have
Okay.
had talks with my buddy Jamar. He's a trainer. He's one of the people I started the server with initially.
Hmm.
I still lift with him and all that. But he was saying that those that are even 180 pounds, but might be leaner, so a lot more skeletal muscle mass, could probably get away with taking more. I mean, worst case, if you're just taking 7 grams instead of 5, you're just gonna pee the rest out
You'll
if
just
you're
pee
already
it out.
saturated. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So that's
tall am
actually what
I?
I've done. I
I'm
went up
5'9".
2'7"
Or
just to see if I see a difference, really.
what is 5'9"? 169 centimeters. I think. Oh, 175 centimeters for our non-Americans, our non-freedom lovers. It gets more and more ironic as our country dissolves into chaos.
How many hot dog links tall are you?
Yeah. Honestly, how long's a hot dog? Like 7 inches? Let's see. I'll figure that one out.
Above average? Let's see here. Are you 5'9"? What are you eating, Mr. Trent? That looks pretty good.
Hot dog length. All right, they're about normal hot dogs are 4.8 inches. Okay. So I am 16 inches divided by 4.8. I'm about 14.375 hot dogs. She's not. She's at. That's actually pretty tall for a lady. 5'6". At least over here it is. How many hot dogs is that? That would be like what? Just under 14 hot dogs. Pretty sure, or just under 13. IJVW is like 13
You should
hot dogs.
you should edit your name for your height or whatever to be like however many hot dogs tall you are.
14 and 3/8 hot dogs. I'm also
Well, I'm
gonna
gonna
look
hit
up
this
the.
leg day.
All right, enjoy. I'm gonna look up the weight of a hot dog, and then all my lists will be in hot dogs. I'll ping
All
you when
right.
I'm done calculating
Y'all
my
have a good
bench.
day.
You too. You're like 10 hot dogs? Nah, dude, you're not. Because I'm at least 14. Alright, they're traditionally 1.5 ounces. Alright. Alright, currently I'm currently benching 3,200 hot dogs, which sounds crazier than it actually is. Do I play Super Smash Bros? I used to love Super Smash Bros. I stopped playing after the Wii, so after Brawl. I did not like the Wii U one. The new one's pretty dope. Yeah, Brawl's goated. Yeah, that freaking hamster. Yeah, we're not comparing hot dogs. It's a new unit of measurement. Ditch the imperial system, ditch the metric system. Hot dogs only. Yeah, Brawl's a good one to get into. Melee was dope too, especially when games weren't that good, back in like 2006. Which, me saying that out loud, most of you probably were being born around that time, which is scary to think about. I'm old as fuck. Yeah, we do. Metric system, never heard of it. I only work in hot dogs. Still, 3,200 hot dogs. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? How much is my squat? Times 16 divided by 1.5. Dang, 6,400 hot dogs. It's not a bad squat. No, I think your bench is close to mine, Matt. You can eat 8 hot dogs? Is that with or without a bun? Yeah, I learned stones from Mr. Trin, because every time he would give me a weight update. You think you could eat 8 hot dogs with sauce and a bun? 14 hot dogs? Dog. You're in the wrong occupation, dude. Get out there with Matt Stoney. Amari, you're messed up for that one. Well, you're also what, 6'4"? Nah, we're he's retired, Mr. Chin. He doesn't eat hot dogs anymore. Am I wrong though? I mean, notoriously, sure, it's a stereotype, but I don't think every single person in the UK has bad teeth. That'd be pretty unlikely. How tall are you in hot dogs? I got you, man. Maybe I'll do that tonight after my Ramadan dinner. I'll make a static website to calculate your height and weight in hot dogs. Okay, divided by. You're about 16 and 2/3 hot dogs. I'm not partaking in the entire fast. I did convert to Islam for 2 years in college. Because because a lot of my friends are Pakistani or Bengali, um, at least from college. So yeah, they're still doing their Ramadan because that's just what they do. But I'll just be going over there for dinner. We're having a nice little spread, little buffet style. Luckily, I only had a protein shake and a yogurt, so and an energy drink. No, no, not 16.2. 16.667 repeated. Yeah, now you can also do hot dog weight. So there's like each hot dog is like 1.5 ounces, or in a pound, there's like 10.6 hot dogs a pound. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's a lot of hot dogs. This might be the silliest stream that we've done. Alright, well, if you're 6'4" and he's 6'3", you're probably just over 17 hot dogs. I'm saying that as if you guys know the hot dog stats. Alright, you're about 16.9 hot dogs. Mats. Mr. Trend's always riding that line. Where it's like relevant enough. But if I saw that out of context. No, Mar, you do. You have to outlift them despite your size. That's the goal. Hot dogs are like the one of the most haram foods you could eat. It's probably a good thing you've never had a hot dog. Yeah, you can't exactly yet. Perfect. That's what we want to see. If you're not benching more than me at my age, come on, man. What have you been doing? You have a 4-year head start. You got it. How old are you and what do you bench? The details aren't important now. Turning 27 this month. I just got back to 300 or 3,200 hot dogs, whatever unit of measurement. I don't know if you followed the hot dog system or not. No, realistically though, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I do have the leverages for it. But at least you're programming for powerlifting. You know, you probably have some sort of leg drive and setup, some sort of arch. You're already in a better position than I am. I just lay flat and I press it. It's like I don't have the spinal mobility or anything. Yeah, exactly. It feels good and it works. So, especially if you're competing IPF. Yeah, dude, he's the arch warrior, the arch nemesis. Yeah, you should be, over the 3,200 hot dog threshold by next year, hopefully. Yeah, I gotta delete that one. That's crazy. We can't be saying that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Matt. I was yeah, even if it's a little arch, it would be make quite a difference. Every hot dog counts. Brother, sir, how much you hit legs a week and how? I did push-pull legs 6 days a week for about 7 years, so twice a week. When I first started in the gym, I totally skipped legs. I'm not even gonna pretend I didn't. I was very light, and I played sports middle school and high school, so my leg development was on par. But now I hit legs 4 days a week. Uh, I do find it a little hard to recover. Only reason I hit them 4 days a week is I'm doing a front and back split, or anterior posterior. So, like, it's a quad focus and then a hamstring focus. Yeah, but it's not like I literally do 2 exercises per session. So a normal leg day might be 4 exercises or more per session. So it's the same amount of volume, it's just higher frequency. But I will say it's very difficult for my hamstrings to recover. That's the one downside to the split. You hit legs every day for 1 hour. Yeah, it's essentially 2 days of leg splitting. Like, I do a compound squat and an extension. On the next day, I'll do an RDL and a curl. And that's it. Once in a while, I'll do back extension or a hip thrust for a little extra hinge. Especially if my hamstrings are really cooked, I'll substitute my glutes and my hinge. See ya, Holy Crackers. Nice talking to you. Nice meeting you. Was the food so bussin' you bent the spoon? Suicidal lift. Do you have a... How many... Oh, Holy Crackers, I said, nice talking to you, man. Nice meeting you. I don't know if we've interacted in chat. People's names change every day. I hope to see you in chat more. Suicidal Lifter, do you have a program you follow? Or do you just kind of do whatever? Gotta change my name. Shit. Profile. Damn it. Edit profile, server profile. How many hot dogs am I? 14.3. Oh, no worries, you're not leaving. Gotcha. Well, still nonetheless, nice talking to you, man. Glad to see some new faces here. We have another one. Toko. Welcome, Toko. If you have any questions, feel free to jump on the stage or I'll answer them in chat. I'll probably hang out here for another 26 minutes or so. So, for me, that's 4:30. You're allowed. Yeah, you can come up. Here, let me. Yeah, it's just like if you start screaming into the mic or something, that's one thing.
It's fair enough. I didn't expect to actually come up. I probably should have drank water, but first voice crack of the night, that's good.
No worries, I'm actually getting water too because my mouth's getting dry. It's all good.
Going pretty damn good. I kind of... Sorry, I just noticed the picture sent in chat. It's gone pretty damn good. This is really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, it's the hot dog thing is not normal, but I'm enjoying it.
If we have discussions like this every webinar, I'm gonna have to come to like every single one of these. This is incredibly entertaining.
Yeah, so this one's supposed to be more directed. Like, I'm supposed to have a topic prepared. Now, I had a busy week, so I'm treating it as a normal Q&A. But yeah, it's a chance for me to get to know you guys a little better, and I think it's way easier to answer questions by speaking than it is to
Oh yeah.
text back and forth. You know.
Is it alright if I just like rattle a couple off at you?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll do my best.
All right. This is more of like an anecdotal kind of thing. I have a friend who's also really into weightlifting. There's plenty of people from my school. We just do this. We work out at the little leisure center gym that's connected to our school.
Mhm.
Plenty of people from my place go there. I'm probably not
That's
gonna work out with them more like soon, recently, because we're all going to different colleges. But he like I don't like to blame things on genetics, but like he just obviously has like A tier stuff. Like he was 13 and was absolutely massive. He was just some people just explode like that. And he went to a competition recently, and in his like age and weight bracket, he was like performing 2 times as good as the other people there.
Yeah, man. It happens. There's freaks out there.
Oh yeah, we only like our gym is this really small, like really small. It's like the size of a like I can't even describe it, but we only really have one squat rack and one like designated barbell bench, like one with the rack that allows you to put the bar down.
Yeah.
And he's like probably the strongest person in our gym, and he's like on the squat rack. He's got like 4 plates each side. He's like this. He's like my age. He's like 16, just like absolutely slamming back these weights. He's
So I'm saying there's going to be a lot of. I mention this a lot where, like it's teenagers are super into the gym compared to previous generations. Like I didn't get into it till I was 19. I didn't know a lot of people that were. I still don't have a lot of friends my age that lift or anything, but it's really nice to see you guys really getting after it because it does go into other aspects of your life, especially from the discipline standpoint.
I was never really into Oh, sorry, go on.
No, that's it. I just draw the line at like PEDs and stuff. You know, it's a shame to see kids hopping on stuff, but
Oh God, yeah.
it's par for the
Thankfully,
course.
to my knowledge, no one I know who is near my age or even goes to my gym is on any sort of pharmaceutical thing.
Yeah, I know there's a few kids at mine, but you know,
Yeah.
they'll
Shame.
they'll understand later.
What was I gonna say again? Oh God, hold on.
Oh, and renew. No worries on that. I mean, it is a little weird to say, especially with having, family members that were that way at one point in time, or losing people.
Mm.
But I will call you whatever you want to. I'll call you renew probably.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I was I remember I was never really into like basic sports as a kid.
Yeah.
I feel ashamed of all the English blood in my veins. I'm really just not a fan of football at all.
Yeah.
Just absolutely despise the
yeah.
sport and everything about it.
I'm the same way about American football. It's I used to like it when I was like 4, and then my dad's super into it, and it's just something we never really bonded over. It happens, dude.
Mr. Trent, did you just say sorry to hear about you being English?
That's so good.
Yeah, I was never into, so I never. I'm gonna come over there. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna definitely. No, stop mocking me.
Yeah, just wait till you
I
see how
used to
big
be
he
like-
is. You're not gonna beat him up.
I think I could do one of them like Black Widow Krav Maga, like the grappling moves. I think I could pull that off.
Yeah, you gotta bring a step stool with you.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is that?
That's your POV when you meet him.
Oh no!
He's a real life giant.
Like I was proper like I wasn't incredibly fat, but I was like definitely I was definitely like bigger than most, like almost all of my classmates. But the thing is, I could never really get into any sports that were actually likable to me. I've always liked rounders or baseball or anything like that, but we just don't play that in England as much as they do in America, I think. Or maybe
Yeah.
I just go to a absolute rounders hate group of a high school. I don't know.
I don't
So
know
I
what
think
rounders
like
is, but I'm familiar with cricket. I know
yeah,
you guys do
rounders is
cricket, but-
basically just neutered cricket.
Gotcha.
Well, no, I think it's just baseball actually. I'm not sure of the difference. I haven't played it in years. I just remember I really liked it, like the one time I did it.
Yeah, sports can really help development, but they're usually supplemented with weight training, so it's like you're still doing resistance training at some point in the season or off season.
I never even thought about weightlifting until maybe 2022, but it wasn't until like somewhere near 2023 where I actually started getting invested in it. Like technically, I've been working out consistently for 3 years, but I would say only the last year and a bit have been effective, locked in, programmed, tracked training. I don't know what drew me so much to weightlifting and like pushed me away from other sports. It's just like one of those things. It's just like in
Found
your
your thing, man.
blood. You just gotta find it.
Yeah. Again, that's why.
I
So
spilled my water.
that's why I tell people to branch out beyond the gym and also within the gym, right? So, for example, I personally find hypertrophy training very boring. So if you come into the gym, you're new, or you come into the server, and you try some sort of science-based lifting program, and you're like, dang, this shit sucks. Well, try powerlifting, try functional fitness, try calisthenics. It's all about finding that thing, just like you found in the gym.
Mhm.
You just got to find that one thing
Oh
that
god, yeah.
you enjoy. Dog.
I like the gym as well because it really contrasts with all my other hobbies really well. Like on Tuesday, I get out of the gym and then I immediately rush to my local library to go play Dungeons and Dragons, still with
Nice.
a pump. So
Yeah.
it's fantastic. I
I just played D&D yesterday.
loved it. I watched. Nice, you play?
Yeah, of course. Shit's goated.
Oh gosh, are you doing like the new 1D&D rules? Or are you sticking with 5th edition?
We stick with 5th edition right now. We don't do a campaign. We just do a bunch of one-shots over the course of a year.
Oh,
It's like scheduled one-shots, and then people show up as
Yeah.
they can, because we all have different schedules.
I'm the DM of the games
Oh,
I
nice.
play at the library. I like set up the whole club. I was just bored over like the half term one time, and I realized like there's like no posters on our like library notice board. So I just decided, all right, let's do Dungeons and Dragons. I watched a couple episodes of Critical Role. I know what I'm
Nice.
doing. And I like emailed them and I said like, can I do this? And they said, are you gonna actually do it and not just flake on us after 3 days?
Yeah. If you want to,
Apparently it's happened before.
sure. I
Apparently
mean,
it
with
has
anything
like
else, right?
sort of. Apparently it has been tried before to make a D&D club, but everyone's just given up. We are the most consistent group. We've only been going for a couple of months, but we've already broken numerous records.
Nice. Keep it up, man. It's a nice creative outlet.
Oh god, yeah.
If you ever want a nice, shorter campaign, The Lost Caves of Phandelver, it's like a really good beginner if you have new people coming in.
It was Lost Mines of Phandelver was the first campaign I ever ran,
Nice.
and I don't remember where I heard this term, but like junkyard D&D was like the only way I could describe it. Like
Yeah.
it was the most basic grasping of the rules, and
Yep.
then we kind of just went on from that. And if you rolled a 1, you just randomly exploded and died. And if you hit 20, you could just do anything. Like I remember one time, we were I don't even remember where this was, but there was like a doppelganger at some point, and someone made like someone just said, "Can I roll something to make him transform into like a miniature black hole?" Can I fool
So
him into
random.
thinking that I? Can I fool him into thinking that I am so dense that I'm a black hole, and he will like try and become me? And I just went, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, roll for it. 20 campaigns over, everyone's dead.
Yep.
First session I ever ran.
That's
Oh, no.
it's fun for those exact reasons. You know, it's the little silly shit that makes it so much fun.
We should probably get the topic back onto like actual weightlifting.
Yeah, we can. Doesn't matter to me. Just
What other things? Oh yeah, splits, workout splits. The number of them, they just make my head turn. Every other week, someone is saying this is dead. You should do this instead. I have been running an upper lower split for the past year, and not once has it ever failed me. But like all of the new things that keep coming out, keep telling me, oh, you need to be doing this amount of sets and this amount of volume, and you're not gonna be doing that. You got to be doing this, and it's. What's
it's a
your
lot,
take
right?
on like all of these different this split is dead, do this instead, like every single week?
Well, part of me thinks it's content farming. You know, I'm always
Mm.
down with find the split that fits your schedule best and that gets you in the gym. So, like, bro splits aren't dope, but if it gets you in the gym and you see progression, then it's dope for you.
Yeah.
Um, as far as amount of sets, am still a hater of like single set exercises. I think that
Get
you
behind it.
should have at minimum two, but your sets are determined by your recovery. So, like, I might do on my front day, I might do 9 sets of bench, which is what I did on Friday. I have zero muscle soreness. Now,
Um,
I'm not doing any other push exercise with that. I did a little tricep, but again, I've taken all my chest volume into one exercise. Now, someone starting out, if they do 9 sets of bench, they won't be able to close their hands for like a week and a half, right?
I remember that. I remember doing that.
So, exactly. So, it's all about progressive overload, or as I like to say,
Mm.
walking the path of progression. So, if you try something new, some people find progression with one set of whatever exercise. I'm always advocating for pushing yourself a little more. All right, you're progressing with one set. Try progressing with two. Why leave gains on
Mm.
the table? You know.
I like to do. There's always the thing of like the last set of every exercise to failure, and I think that is a really good way of like measuring to see one if you've actually improved, and two if those initial sets were like properly to a good effort. Because I feel like sometimes when I just did like 3 sets of 10, just blank, just move the weight, don't die, I would just randomly, whatever, let's do a failure set. And I'd be doing like 15 or 16 reps. I was leaving so much in the tank. This was like my first year of lifting. I was an absolute newbie. You'll see people just do like the 3 sets of 10, and they do like load and they put weight on, but there's so much to be left there's so much left on the table if you just do like a overly consistent rep range and like do the same thing every day.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's easy to fall into routine, and to forget to progress. You know,
Hmm.
that's why especially when weight's heavy, adding a rep is almost impossible sometimes. Like if you're in a 5 rep max of a squat, well, progressive overloading with that 6 reps kind of hard. So you're gonna want to just marginally increase the weight. There's a bunch of ways to progress, whether it's sets, reps,
I,
additional
I
volume.
used to fall in the trap of if the weight isn't going up every single week, I like haven't trained hard enough. Like I can't just do more reps or like control the form better. I used to just like, well, this is gonna really hurt and I'm not gonna be able to do it as well, but I'm just gonna have to. No, I gotta overload, man. I gotta keep it going, and only within the last year that kind of just took it a step back and started doing it. My incline like dumbbell bench has absolutely shot up since I just started locking in perfect form and like just focusing on moving it with the actual desired muscle instead of kind of just throwing it about.
Nice. Yeah, and that's again, it's these little things that you have to learn for yourself. You know, like you could read that or I could tell you that, but it doesn't mean it will actually happen. Like I can't physically teach you that mind muscle connection,
Yeah.
you know. And that's
Mm.
what the progression's all about.
It has been wonderful talking to you, but
yeah,
I'm gonna
likewise, man.
yeah. Have a very good day. Everyone listening, remember to drink water and go to sleep early tonight.
We do have a water reminder in the rules section for anyone.
I know I'm drinking my water right now.
Excellent.
Have a good day, everyone.
All right, who we got next? Increased. You're gonna have increased transcription. I don't know what's
Hello?
going on. Yo, what's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It might not be great quality. I'm just on my phone right now. I get my headset on.
Good.
So yeah, just wanted to pick your brain with that. I mean, that's a pretty controversial topic in the lifting community.
Yeah, so I would also like to define the term bulking.
Okay, yeah,
In my
good start.
when I tell people to bulk or go into surplus, maybe it's poor communication on my end, but they are one and the same to me. I don't think a surplus should exceed 500 calories, nor do I think it should be lower than 200 calories.
Okay,
There's a lot of evidence to support that. And the
yeah,
reason I wouldn't make it go over, as we all know, you just get fat, you know.
yeah,
So the part with weight gaining, I think it can work for some people, but not most people that live a semi-chaotic life.
yeah.
So like, what do we say? Like 100 calorie surplus, you know, something light.
Well, you can like really break this down bare bone if you just look at how many calories in a pound of muscle approximately, right? You can offset loss just towards basic metabolism, so like an inefficiency loss, and then you can partition all those other calories to other metabolic processes, and you can figure exactly how many calories it takes to build a pound of muscle. And I think it works out approximately. I mean, to be about for 10 pounds of muscle in a year, you need to have approximately 50 calorie surplus above your maintenance a day, which is pretty minuscule if you think about it, right?
For sure.
Like well below that 200 calorie threshold. The question is, can anyone track calories to plus or minus 50 calories, right? What is the
Exactly.
standard error of that?
And
Like
not
our
even that.
labels aren't even that precise,
Yeah,
right?
and not even that. But can you track your expenditure that accurately?
I think that I think if it's based on intuition, like if you have a really good like if you've been lifting for a while, you know how your body responds to food. And you can tell when you have topped off muscle glycogen, you know when you're like semi depleted. Like me, for instance, I have a pretty good intuition. Like I can tell I wake up, I'm like, yeah, I was in a deficit yesterday based on how flat I am, right? Based on
Sure.
hunger cues, how hungry I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And I can guesstimate my deficit and I can play with the surplus and I can keep myself in such a slight surplus without even tracking,
Yeah.
you know? But that's just based on I started tracking my calories. I've been, lifting and tracking food for 8 years. So I don't need to do it now. But it took me so long to be that in tune with my body.
Sure.
Um, but the main reason I bring this up is because there is no a calorie surplus isn't a precursor to build muscle. It's a necessary like umbrella, but it's not a direct signaling for increased protein synthesis.
Sure.
It's training. The only thing that makes you build muscle is progressive overload in the gym or any form of progressive overload on your frame, your skeletal muscle, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you just eat more food, you're not going to build more muscle. You need a stimulus. The only stimulus to build muscle is training,
Yes, you
right?
will gain weight.
Yeah, you'll gain weight, but you won't gain muscle. So
That's a good distinction.
yeah, I don't know. I think just a lot of people, I think bulking has become, it's so thrown around like, oh, are you bulking or cutting now? Like you have to be in that certain sequence to be progressing.
Sure.
And I think that's just such a misnomer. Like I think you can progress just eating to satiety and training intensely under the pretense that you are recovering, right?
Hmm.
That would be an indication that you're also either at maintenance or surplus and your strength is going up or roughly staying the same or slightly increasing. That is a much better indication of your ability to grow muscle than solely just tracking food and trying to get as many calories in.
Yeah.
Because what I see a lot when people do that, they're just like, okay, I'm in a calorie surplus, I'm going to build muscle, and they kind of skate on their training a bit, right?
Hmm.
Because it's like the assumption that that is the necessity to build tissue is
Yeah.
eating more food, which it's not even. So
Yeah, I think those are all amazing points and clarifications. And I agree with that. It's there's so much nuance. I love the details, but at the same time, I feel like these details need to be conveyed, much like you just did, to
yeah,
be really clear to the people learning or brand new to the gym, right? We have to think about
yeah,
how to simplify it. But you and I have been training for 8 years, right? So
yeah,
how do you help someone obtain that 8 years of experience in a wall of text? You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
I agree, though. These
yeah,
these terms get thrown out a lot. With our like,
yeah,
it also depends what starting point you have. Like our quote unquote skinny fat guide, right?
yeah,
We do
yeah,
eat around your maintenance, because whether they're eating 100 above or 100 below, they will see positive change because they're resistance training, because they're progressive overloading, they're stimulating
yeah.
the muscle.
And like if you're building muscle, I mean, if you're getting bigger, you're never really in a surplus because it becomes your maintenance,
That's
right?
true. That's true.
So it's like it's I don't know. I you kind of have to explicate these terms a bit more, and yeah, you can't really convey it to like a guy who's new to lifting. And the
Yep.
thing that's so appealing to the bulk, it's a really quick way to see some progress in a direction.
Yep.
Same with cutting, right? Like it's I don't think the bulk allows you to build muscle. I think this guy who bulks and eats a lot of food, those are the guy who is recovered. He's gauging his progress based on strength and his ability to recover and is prioritizing good sources of food and adequate protein. They're going to build the same amount of muscle, but the guy who's eating more food, just in a huge surplus, just for the sake of the bulk,
Gonna get
he's going to
fatter.
feel more motivated. He's going to get fatter, but he's going to be more motivated because he's going to see increases sooner in the scale, potentially in strength, because it's just a simple equation. The bigger you are, the more weight you can move,
Yeah.
right? There but I like to argue that excessive fat gain is counterproductive because the most anabolic hormone in the body, people like to think it's testosterone, but it's insulin, right? And when you eat an abundance of carbohydrates and you get an abundance of adipose tissue accumulated in your frame, you actually get a resistance to the most anabolic hormone. You don't, your pancreas doesn't work as well, and you can't get nutrients in your muscle, right?
Yeah.
Fundamentally become pre-diabetic, which is the worst thing for building muscle because if you can't get glucose, sugars into your muscle, you can't perform, you can't recover, you can't build tissue. So I think extended bulks where you're getting fat, I think there's even a regression. And the more body fat you gain, the lower affinity you have to actually build muscle. You become less anabolic, you know. And then if you really want to, put the cherry on top, it's you become estrogen dominant because fat tissue has an abundance of
Yep.
aromatase.
Yeah.
So you convert more testosterone to estrogen. So it's like, I think the best advice for a guy who starts lifting, don't overcomplicate it. Like get focus on the gym, get your fundamental lifts down, try to progress in the gym, and just eat foods that have good nutrient profiles. And if you're sore and you feel like you're not recovering well, obviously after like, the initial newbiness where you're just gonna be sore regardless, right? Give it a month or two. And if your recovery doesn't improve, then perhaps add in some more chicken, add in, up your protein.
Or even
Don't just
adjust
up
the volume a
up
little bit.
food.
Either or.
Adjust the volume. Yeah.
Yep.
It's either, yeah. But most of the time it's a training issue and not even an eating issue.
Yeah.
Like I see very little people who just are not eating adequate amount of food.
Mhm.
Like there's some guys that are just hyper lean and they think they're hard gainers, but in reality they're eating like 1,200 calories a day. Like that exists.
It
But
does.
most people are more fat than too lean, you know,
Yep.
too fat than too lean. But yeah, no, we're on the same page. Good talking, you, man. I'm gonna run here, but
Oh, dude, I would love to continue this conversation another time. I appreciate the input. How long have you been in the server?
pretty recently actually. I think
Okay.
maybe 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, this was awesome. I updated your role. Because that was you definitely know what you're talking about, and I appreciate that back and forth. I think this is going to be a really good thing
Yeah,
for new people to refer to.
yeah, awesome, man. Yeah,
Yeah. All right,
appreciate
looking
it.
forward to
You
talking
take
more in the
care.
future. Yep. Have a good one.
Likewise. Bye.
Dang, that guy was awesome. All right, get up here, big dog. This will be the last one today, and then I gotta get ready for dinner. Also, I gotta change the role hierarchy real quick. Knowledgeable above helper.
Yeah, hello.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to know something. Like, few days ago, I had a type of arguments with few people in the server. Like, Javan was there and some other people. They were like, no, I'm not saying anything negative about them. No, 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 they are very good people. I'm just saying that I'm confused.
Sure.
Uh, so what I'm gonna say is that, okay, you know that I do legs every day, like
Yes.
not like fully failure type, like just
Sure. You chain
light
legs.
work.
Okay.
So like the main reason behind that is that I don't wanna go around, walk around in pain. Okay, so that was the main reason. Initially started this as experiment that what if I do this? If I like followed it for 1 month and I think it almost works as the same. But like it's little bit slower. So like, but sometimes I injured my shoulder, so I gave it 1 week of rest. So day before yesterday, I was supposed to hit shoulders, but like since they are in recovery, I decided to hit legs,
Okay.
which was 4 hours of legs, two
Long
hours
session.
morning, 2 hours night. Yeah, and so before all this experiment, I used to hit legs normally, yeah, normally like only like normal people. But one thing I noticed about me is that, for example, if I'm hitting legs today and next day if I hit legs, I'll have lesser pain.
Sure.
Uh,
So, well, all right. So the let me make a differentiation real quick. So you hit legs the next day, and as you're hitting them, they kind of warm up and they feel less sore. Is that what you're getting at?
like during exercise, I do feel extra pain, but like after I end my exercise, I do feel, yeah, a little bit warmer and lesser pain. Like
Yes.
it will not be gone for fully, but it will be reduced by a lot. And within 3 or 4 days, I should be fine.
Yep. So what? Um, a couple things I'm going to recommend and ask you. The first
Okay.
being there are times where you could focus on something for a single month, hit it every day, and still progress. Now, doing that beyond these 4 weeks, you might notice regression down the line. I have also I did something. I squatted for 30 days every day. I added 90 pounds to my squat in 1 month. It does work as long as you're retracting volume from other places, right? So you mentioned your shoulders are really sore, so you hit legs instead. Taking away shoulder
Yep.
volume, hitting legs. Now I am going to recommend that you try not to hit them every day. Uh, you grow more when you're resting, as long as you're exercising on those other days. So if we are repairing our muscles, we repair better when we rest. If we keep damaging them over and over and over, we don't get time to grow. So that's why rest days are essential. Even though we can hit it every day, it is better not to.
No, no, like I'm not really try harding in my legs every day that I usually do. It's like just like a few reps before I can actually start soaring my legs. They don't soar my legs, but I do them. Like I don't do them enough to make my legs sore. I don't lift enough weight
Do you go to a
on my
gym or
legs.
do you work out at home?
No, no, I just go to gym.
Okay. So what I would suggest is either trying to make the sets harder by either slowing them down, adding more weight, adding an extra set. So increasing the volume of the days you're in the gym and then adding rest days throughout the week. That way it's the same amount, it's just funneled into more days and you get more rest. Or sorry, less days and you get more rest.
But like if I like you're telling me to increase weight as in regular basis or follow the normal routine like a leg day and increase the weight.
Do you have a written program?
Like
Uh,
uh, schedule.
well, I'm asking, do you follow one currently, or do you just kind of show up and do whatever?
No, like I do follow my workout program, like made by me, little bit weird program.
Hmm. So I would, if you would be willing, we have several programs in here. You can also go to liftingvault.com, all free. I would recommend picking one of them up. See, it seems like you like to go to the gym very frequently. So maybe give a push-pull leg split a shot. See how it
Yeah,
feels.
I was actually thinking of just checking them out actually.
Yeah, it's down bottom, the bottom left under hypertrophy. There should be a decent push-pull legs. Or you can go to the gymcommunity.store. It's also there, free. It should be push-pull legs 6 times a week.
Okay. And one more question I have, like,
Yeah.
can you explain me this? Like, one thing I don't understand is that what is up with having gym gloves? Like, I don't use them, but like I've seen some controversy with gym gloves. Like, I don't understand that.
So
If you
gym
have,
gloves actually don't work very well, especially as you lift heavier weight. They were originally designed to prevent calluses forming or that hard skin where your palm intersects with your finger.
yeah.
So people wear gloves to avoid that. Now what happens in reality? You still wind up getting calluses once you start lifting heavier, and they also start to stink. They get pretty gross smelling because it makes your hands sweat a lot more. Um, they are not essential to lifting. I would actually recommend not using them.
Okay, okay.
Any more questions? And you can always ping me after if another thing comes to mind.
Ping. Can you just repeat that?
You said pain?
No, you said something about pinging.
Oh yeah, you can at me in the server if you have another question that comes to your mind later. Like just at
Okay,
Broly if you need to ask me anything.
okay.
All right.
Can I ask you casually?
Yeah, I try not to DM. I try to keep everything in the server because, as you might expect, I do get a lot of requests and messages, especially revolving on
Like
trading.
I was
It's easier to
like I'm not
separate
gonna
the.
ping you too much. I was just asking,
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I can add you, but just going forward, I try not to make a habit out of it because There's actually
Yeah, I understand.
I've
Yeah, I
actually
understand.
hit my friend limit a couple times because of that, and I try to cut down. Just a lot of stuff to sort through. All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you for the help.
Yeah, of course. I added you.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys. Mr. Tran, any questions before I end it? No. All right. Have a good night, y'all. Or a good day. I'll catch you guys later.
Good night for me. Bye, bye, guys. Take care.